A couple of days ago, we got the unveiling of the remaining 5 specialists, and we took a look at the blog post detailing changes being made to the game from beta to launch. If you've not seen the video I made on it summarising the information, you can click on the card on screen or follow the link in the description. But it's been a couple of days, and having taken a little while to process the truckload of information DICE dropped on us that day, it's no exaggeration to say that without even more changes, the core game modes of 2042 are destined to fail. We do have saving grace in Portal mode, where we'll be able to redesign the game to our liking, but we shouldn't have to resort to this. Let's start with changes that DICE didn't address, or just outright rejected. We still have no full scoreboard, like this from Battlefield 4, so have no way mid-game of seeing how we're doing relative to the rest of players on the server, which is just ridiculous. If you're doing better than everyone else, you deserve to know, and if DICE's thought process behind this is to stop worse players feeling bad about their score, then they need to stop tailoring their game to kids, because no mature adult is going to get upset at the fact that they aren't as good as people who have the free time or natural ability to become good at a video game. Moving on to the complaints we all had about the lack of team play and class system, DICE has decided that we're wrong and their opinion is law. Instead of listening to the community, they have not changed a single thing about the specialist class system in any way at all, still giving specialists all access to all equipment and weapons. I can't begin to understand how DICE thinks this is going to benefit team play when we still have no idea who's carrying meds or ammo and the like, and people are generally only going to carry equipment that benefits themselves instead of the team, because why wouldn't you help yourself? Unfortunately, it looks like DICE are being extremely stubborn on this system. It'll be up to us to create Portal mode servers that bring back the classic 4 and make it feel like a Battlefield game instead of a hero shooter that they want. Now we have the biggest problem from the news. DICE has given everyone WALLHACks. Let's just appreciate for a moment how many discussions they must have had for each design choice of the specialist, and revisions and more discussions and more revisions yet. Somehow they've landed on the specialist who presses one button and then can see every single enemy like the sun glowing red through walls within 20 or so meters. I can only begin to imagine how frustrating it's going to be trying to figure out if the person who just pre-fired you around a corner is walling or just using an ability. The feature doesn't work in any FPS game, and it's going to ruin the game in its current state. If they've removed 3D spotting previously, I can't understand why they would then add this. The WALLHACK is undoubtedly the biggest issue with the new specialist, but I don't think it's the only one. Dozer's riot shield can deflect bullets back at enemies. In itself, that doesn't sound too bad, but imagine a scenario where you're fighting with Dozer in a corridor and he whips out his riot shield. You can't shoot him because you'll just end up killing yourself with your undeflected bullets, and you can't run because as soon as you turn around, he'll just switch to his gun and shoot in the back. So what do? Warzone, for all its flaws, didn't do too badly with riot shields, in that you couldn't shoot through the riot shield, but explosives would kill a player through it, and if you managed to stick an enemy's riot shield with something like thermite, they were guaranteed to die. Let's just hope DICE can adjust their implementation to something like this, or cluster situations are going to be awful with a line of riot shields pushing you down an alleyway. Finally, I do want to end this video on a high note. So something that's spotted in the trailers from the other day is that weapon mastery and leveling up seems to be purely kill based. We've all played shitty dumb challenges of getting headshots while prone, or similarly awkward challenges that no one enjoys doing. I'm glad they've gone for a simplistic approach. That's all I've got for now. I hope you enjoy the video. Like if you did, and stick around for more Battlefield updates and as much gameplay as I can muster when the early access goes live on November 12th. See ya.